The game Sumotori De Che is inspired by sumo sport. Sumo is a competitive full-contact sport where a wrestler attempts to force another wrestler out of a circular ring. The originality of Sumotori De Che is that it is a minimalistic network game for 2 players. Each player plays with its own mobile devices. The motion of the wrestlers are controlled through tilting of the mobile devices and movement of the players itself. The positions of the wrestlers, score and sound are synchronized through Wi-Fi and a local network. Player can score only after having hit the opponent and winning heart is displayed. The player score when the opponent hit the ring. The player can control the motion by tilting the mobile device. He can also give an impulse by making a step to the left, to the right, forward or backward. Motion obtained by tilting the mobile device is too smooth to surprise really the opponent. An impulse is better for that. Select the impulse checkbox and then keep the device horizontal. Make a step to the right to give an impulse to your player. You can slow down your player by selecting the checkbox brake. The mobile devices must be held in landscape mode while playing. Since the device may be tilt, the orientation must be lock. There is therefore a switch to lock the orientation in the settings. Before playing, the player may also check that the sprite moves in the expected direction when tilting the mobile device. If it is not the case, he must rotate the device until everything works as expected. Drawing of the players can be changed by taking a photo with the camera of the mobile device. The picture will be instantaneously transmit to the paired device. Drawing of the players can be restored by clicking on the Assign buttons. Information such as the position of the players, the data from the sensors and events are exchanged continuously while playing. In order to establish the connection, start the first mobile device. The next step is to swipe from right to left on the tabs until to reach the network tab. As long as the second device has not been started, no remote manager are found. When the second device has been started, the devices pair automatically. The last step is to configure one device as master. The master will be in charge to start the game by clicking on the RUN button in the first tab. The master device can also put the game in pause mode. This game has been written with Delphi 10 Seattle. For this kind of game, a cross-platform development for mobile device was absolutely necessary. The build and FireUI Multi-Device designer make it easy to support a large variety of screen form factor. The game is composed of reusable, loosely coupled modules. Elements of the user interface are put onto frames. The business logic is encapsulated in object instances. Objects are communicating with each other through events. Delphi use properties to indicate the event handler that will be executed when the event occurs. The value stored by the property is a method pointer, pointing to the event handler procedure. Event handler procedures are assigned event properties in the onCreate event handler of the main form. This binds the objects together and make the use of global variables and dependencies injection unnecessary. The physics engine for the game is Box2D. Box2D come out of the box in Delphi 10 Seattle. The physics engine and rendering layer are integrated in the game using a model view model architecture. The recent versions of Delphi make the use of sensors found in mobile devices very easy. There are components for them. To get the accelerometer data, I use the visual motion sensor component. I am using the sensor manager class, which is non-visual, to get the data from the gyroscope. The use of the camera is even more easy than the use of sensor. Standard actions are defined in every action list that you drop on a form. There is also an action to take a picture. Putting the picture in a container is just like choosing the right event handler procedure and add a line of code. In this game we are not using direct HTTP call. Instead, I am using the much more powerful abstract layers. In Delphi you have tethering components to share resources and to trigger events in the remote application. Resources can have simple types, but you can also share as stream, pictures, sound files and so on. The events that can be triggered on the remote machine are defined in an actions list. If you want to be able to play multiple simultaneous audio files across all platforms, Delphi Seattle comes short. The delivered media player component runs in the main thread and is blocking. Therefore it is unusable for game when short sounds have to be played simultaneously. Therefore the free Game Audio Manager class provided by fmxexpress.com has been used. MIT license. The creation of multi-platform icons is difficult because a large number of images of different sizes must be generated. The procedure used to create the icon of this game is the following. LibreOffice Draw. Let me create a vectorial drawing easily. This drawing in SVG format has been exported in PNG format. The background have been made transparent. Then the image has been imported in IconFX. In IconFX you can add additional layers and effects so the icon look nice. IconFX let you generate icons having a width not larger than 1024 pixels. However, you will have to generate 9 images of predefined size. This can be done, for example, with Resize Lite. This step is necessary before you can import the image set in the free mobile GFX application of Tomagrub that will generate all the images for iOS and Android for you. In my opinion, this procedure is a little bit tedious, but I do not find something better.